So today I will show you how to do long exposures. I'm going to use this camera, which is the Nikon D300S, with a 55 to 200 millimeter lens on it, and I'll show you what you need to use to, that's pretty bad, get the long exposure that you want. Besides the camera, you're going to need a camera bag with all your gear in it, and I will show you what gear I have right now. Inside the camera bag we have a cleaner, cleans the lenses, and actually I use it to clean the filter. Paper bag, ND filters, and also and here's this is the 55 to 200. This is the 18 to 55. This is, there we go, 18 to 55. Alright, so ND filters here. I have, I'm not sure what order I have them in. They start ND2. This is the ND, come on. ND4, 52 millimeter. Should have gotten a 58, but that's what I got, cheapest lens. So this is ND4. This is a ND2. This is the smallest strength, lowest strength, I'm sorry. This is ND16. This is the strongest filtered light. See, it's not. Oh, wait, I don't like to use it. Yeah. Makes it a little nicer looking. And then we got the ND8, I believe. Yeah. ND8. So that one is not quite as strong. So, and that's that. So the only issue with these are these screw on. They have inside threads and outside threads. So the way this works is you screw on the ND2 to the ND4, and then the ND8, and then the ND16. Farthest, the darkest lens filter goes out the furthest. So that's that. These are, that's what it looks like. Kind of bad. Let's try it the other way. There we go. So that's with the ND filter. That would be, that's every filter except for the 16. So that's 8 stops. 8 stops, I believe. So that's without, and that's with it. So I will put on the ND16 right now. So they just screw in, you know. They just screw in, so it's hard to do this with one hand. You know what? I can't do this with one hand. Ugh. Yeah, it's not the best kind of filter to use because these threads are so fine that it actually takes. I still haven't gotten it on. There we go. Okay. So here we go. We got an ND2, an ND4, ND8, and an ND16. And then this, oh, I did it the wrong way. Because now I have to screw it in that way into this. And I want my ND16 on the outside. Oops. Okay, so I will have to do that. Okay, so now they're in the right order. They're all So we have ND16, ND8, and the ND2 is right there. So then this will go in like that, and then you'll be able to take your picture. Now that we have our filters in order, now we can put them onto our lens. And this again is the 18 to 55, which is actually the better lens to use. So there it is. Okay, so they are kind of dirty, so that's what this is used for. You just take this little brush and you just brush it. Of course, I'm not going to clean all of them because we're not actually going to be doing the photography today because it's not quite the right time. And I guess you could clean this with it, but I'm not going to. I never do. And I put that away. And also, this has a smudge tool on it. Smudge, come on. Smudge tool. So if you put, here, let's do that. Let's put a smudge on here. Okay, it didn't actually leave a smudge. My hands must be clean. Come on. There are no smudges. What is this? Ah, there we go. Okay. So, a little bit of smudge right there. So what you use this for is just to again, this is extremely hard to do with one hand. So you just wipe it. Still a little bit more on there. I use the side of it because so then there's your smudge. It's gone. Practically gone. It's still a little dirty, but I'm not going to get too fussy with it. And then we can put them on. So the way this goes is just screws right in. You just got to be careful. Okay, so. And then there you go. Now there is one thing though. Before you put on your filters, your ND filters, you gotta take your camera, and whatever you're shooting, let's say we're shooting this, we're gonna shoot the lens. That sounds bad, but it's not. Okay. Gonna shoot the lens. So, what we gotta do first is, let's take this out of here. Ooh, don't lose the other. Okay. So, first I'm gonna turn this into single because we don't need that. And quiet. So first we turn it on. Uh-oh. What is that? SD card? Oh, my SD card must be in the lock position. So yeah, once it's, there we go, 2.5. Okay, so turn it on. And right now, it has, also another thing I don't like about these lenses. See how it's an L? And right now it's reading how it cannot do anything. Actually, let's see. See how it's out of focus? Because right now this is lock, that's what this is, this is a lock. And you need to unlock it, you'll hear it click. And now it can focus. So, the way you do this, go to aperture priority. And for long exposures, you really want to be f7.1, f9, that range. And it's going to, let's turn that to group 3D. So we will actually put it in a live view so we can actually see. So that's what we have right now. And that's our little box, and we can click. So it's saying that it's going to be, to get the right exposure, we got to go 1/80th of a second at f8. And that little indicator is the under and overexposure, and right now we are sitting perfect. I have my white balance set to cloudy because it brings out a better color for me. I just set it to that and it works for me. Also using matrix emitter. There we go. And that's what we're looking at right now. So the camera's focusing, and I don't know why it does it gets dark right there, but whoops, did it take one picture or two? So then you can click here. Actually, you gotta get out of live view because that's selecting your brightness up here. You gotta hold it. Oh, anyway. Yeah, so aperture priority, you set up this, which was 1/80th. So it's 1/25th of a second right now at f8. So then you'll save that, and then I have an app, Photo Pills app, that I use to correctly show my long exposure settings when I put my filters on, because as soon as I put these on, this number is going to change, because it's, so right now, putting the filter on, and right now, it got a whole lot darker. We'll compose. And now I can't really focus. That's right. So the main issue that you're going to have is this right here. It's vignetting. Woo. So that curve, that goes all the way around to this area as well, but you can't see it because it's just so dark right now with the filter. But right now, if that vignetting right there is going to be at the lower ranges of your zoom, but if I raise it to 24 is actually pretty good, then you lose, it stays sharp. But if I move it back, it is right there. So you gotta be careful about that. So now that we have our 13-second shutter speed and a 11/1/3 exposure value, go to manual mode. Remember, we were in aperture priority, but we go to manual mode and we bring that until that gets to 13 seconds, which is, that's 1/10. This is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 13. Okay, and we go to f8, but now our exposure value has to go to plus 11. So 11. So I'm going to underexpose it a little bit, and that should take care of that. And the actual key thing about this whole long exposure thing is that nothing moves. Your focus should actually be turned to manual, and virtual vibration reduction should be turned off. That's actually something you should do before you do any of this. So now that you have it set to that, you can also do a timer. I like to do that so it doesn't start. Nope, it doesn't start right when I click the shutter button. I have it set to 10 seconds or whatnot, and that allows me to get all the shake out of the camera and have a still photo. So here is me doing that, and I will start it. You can hear the beeping. Shutter is open. Closed actually, but it's open, trust me. I just gotta wait 13 seconds. now it's open. So that's our picture right there. Not too bad. The light's actually a little softer, but we didn't focus it, which is it's in live view. That's why it's doing this. So let's go back to. So we didn't focus the photo beforehand. I was just trying to show you. So it's pretty blurry right now. Let's try it again with focused aim. So let's do that. So we'll go back to here, and it's actually not. It's got to be in auto focus, and then I will see it's moving its thing. It's doing. It's actually not going to focus right now because it can't see through those filters. So we'll have to go to live view and do it ourselves. So the way to do this is just zoom in. Of course, it's so dark. Turn it to manual. And this is not the greatest. Actually, I'll raise it up. This is another thing I can't do with both hands. Or one hand. So raise it up. So that's the brightness up. Even though it's gonna be pretty hard to manually zoom on this. I'm gonna say right there is probably good enough. So now we can do our manual. And again, when I did it the last time, you heard the shutter open up because I was out of live view. That's what you heard. It was going out of live view. So now we can turn our, it's already on manual, and we can do this again. Wait 13 seconds. Okay. And this is our picture again. Again, long exposures are not very great for this kind of video, but it's all I have right now. I can show you guys some long exposures that I've done before of actual moving stuff like rain or water. So of course this does not work very well with a object that is not moving, this lens, but I will show some pictures that I have done by a river that I was near a couple weeks ago that turned out very, very well. It was about a 4-minute long exposure that I did not have an intervalometer, which actually plugs into this. Plugs into here, so you don't have to hold your finger on the trigger all the time. That's what that does. That's what I should actually get. I need to get one of those. It's a remote shutter, basically. But that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please just comment below. And yeah, I'll let you know if I have anything else. Bye.